ones. It's Boston's second Sunday in May, at a time when the Celtics nation usually starts thinking about hanging another championship banner. It would be number 18 for the Celtics. That's what's on their minds here this afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. Just 5 games to go in the NBA's regular season. It's a time of immediacy and finality for Jimmy Butler, the Heat, and Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Just one game separates the two in the standings. Boston right now would be in the play-in tournament at number 7. So much to play for. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, calling the action for you alongside Hubie Brown. Lisa Salters will be joining us from Boston's TD Garden in just a few moments. Hey, Hubie, these two teams are going to meet twice over the next 72 hours. I don't think you can overstate how important those two games are.
We're talking about big pressure here now, Mark. There's no doubt about it. Now, if Miami can win both games, Boston would be 3 behind them in the loss column with only 3 games remaining. Now, the worst that Boston can get out of this and stay in the picture is to get a split. They'd love to win 2. All right, trade places, but if they get a split, they'll still be only 1 game back on the loss side. A lot of pressure, both sides.
Well, we're going to start with the Miami Heat, and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, coach, have been providing everything that the Heat have needed all season long. Butler, in particular, close to another career year. But as we take a look at our golden moment presented by McDonald's, those two guys aren't the only ones rounding into form at just the right time. These bench players are key.
Well, the key is off the bench at the guard position. Hero with the 3 ball, shooting a high percentage, and then Dragic to lead the team. He can post up smaller people, get into the paint with the left hand. But the key is for Hero to have a big game from the perimeter so that the defense must play wide and play the 50 feet wide. It's a lot of pressure on the young player, but on Friday night, between he and Dragic off the bench, the team needs this type of a production. 50 points, but look at the field goal shooting. And then also the 3-point shooting in limited minutes. So once again, bench pressure. Your first unit doing a great job, that's fine, but they need production from the both guards.
1 through 12, Hubie, they feel like they're ready to make another championship run like a season ago. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics. They're going to be without their all-star Jaylen Brown for the 2nd consecutive game, out with an ankle injury. That's the bad news. The good news is that Brad Stevens says he doesn't lose any sleep about Jason Tatum, another all-star for the Boston Celtics, and his lack of productivity in their previous game, a loss against Chicago. Tatum, just over a week ago, had a 60-point game for the Celtics. He was the 2nd youngest player to score 60 in a game. Now, when we keep talking about Boston, this is the guy that continues to improve, Hubie.
Well, once again, he's healthy now, so he gives you the 3-ball game, no doubt about it. He's a high percentage shooter on fouls, about 85%. He must get in the paint. Sounds easy, but Miami is a tough team to get into the paint against. In the wins, this is impressive. Not only the 20 points, but the 46%, and then the 3-point field goal percentage, and then the fact that you can't foul him because he'll shoot in the high 80s on the foul line.
Kemba Walker coming off 32-point and 33-point games in his last 2 appearances. A key cog for the Boston Celtics. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Lisa will break down the significance of these next 72 hours.
NBA Courtside is presented by McDonald's.